It is the Riot podcast for Thursday, July 27th. And we have a special guest on the show, former host, now in Florida. It is Nikki. Nikki, we're so happy to see you.
Yay.
I'm so happy to see you, Hudson. I mean, when I came and filled in for you while you were on vacation, that was with, Isaiah. And so we got to hang out, but I didn't get to see you.
Yeah, I know.
Just how we like it.
It's only... It's just been through video, which is probably good because then you can't smell me. Nikki, the first question I have for you before we get to other questions is Christmas in July was earlier this week. We had listeners text in telling us they were having Christmas in July parties. Did you have a Christmas in July party?
No, it is so hot where I'm at in Florida. It feels like that temperature is usually like 105 every day.
Oof.
So Christmas in July, I don't know why. It just is not even a part of my thing this year. I have to get into it before it's over.
Yeah, there's still time to crank up the Christmas in July channel.
I also have a question about Christmas in July that I raised a couple days ago. It's kind of odd that other places are having Christmas in July parties, but here at RadioU, we have no Christmas in July party planned.
Yeah.
No, you were
kind of
usually
counting on you to plan it, actually.
You usually do those kind of things, you know?
That is true. Are you not, Isaiah, going to be strong enough to have a Christmas in July party? Can you not host it?
I said that I think we should do it on Friday, and Hudson said he doesn't think people will bring things. I think we should all bring a dessert.
I don't trust other people to bake. And not that I think that'll be bad. I just think they won't remember or won't do it.
Okay, I'm not there to host the party with you, but here's what you do. You get Chris involved. He's the only one you can count on bring in something baked good. Or you just have something delivered in, like let's get a cake or something.
Yes.
Oh, why don't we
have
just
the
do that?
RadioU credit card now.
That's right.
We can just order whatever we want. I forgot.
I can't wait to see that receipt turned in. You're like, and it's a cake.
We had to have a party. It's the only thing we could do. Okay, Nikki.
I think so. I think it's fair.
Yesterday was Would You Rather Wednesday. I don't know if you know this, Isaiah. He was the best man at his brother's wedding
over the weekend.
Yeah.
And so we did a Would You Rather that was wedding themed. And so the question is, would you rather lead a line dance at a wedding or be forced to give a toast at a wedding that you weren't prepared for? You didn't know you had to give it.
Oh, both sound awful, but I think, and you couldn't prepare for the toast,
No,
like you didn't know
it's
it
like
was
you get
coming.
Tapped on the shoulder. Hey, you got that toast ready? And then you just have to give it.
We're in radio, so I think we could come up with some sort of toast that was random but polite and kind enough and witty enough that I would choose that any day over a line dance.
I knew she wasn't going to pick line dance. There's no way. I knew for a fact she was not picking line dance.
We don't line dance. We don't dance like that at all. No. What did you guys choose?
Oh, we both chose line dance.
We both chose line dance.
Yeah.
You did? Why would a speech is not embarrassing? That's fine.
See, I think that I would do a good job, but I'm a dancer. So I think line dance is easy money for me. Like, I'll get up there and lead the way. If I mess that up, it's not a big deal. I'm more likely to mess up the speech, even though I think I do a good job. But there's no way I messed up a line dance.
Yeah,
now wait,
it's just less
are
pressure.
You an actual dancer or do you think you're a dancer?
No, I'm a dancer. I mean, I've never taken classes or got any real expertise, but I've gotten great reviews.
You don't need a class to know how to lead the electric shuffle.
Yeah, electric slide, but yeah. Right. You might need a class.
Whenever you meet someone who's like, well, I'm not classically trained, but, I just have a natural talent, and no one has stood up to tell them that they're just actually not the best.
Precisely.
But no, that's fine. I'm not going with a line dance, so I'll go with the speech.
She's a speaker. I like it.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to be the answer.
I figured.
I know both is like your worst nightmare, but... I know for a fact, but if you looked around, if you were at the wedding and you were like, oh my gosh, we need someone to talk, where's Nikki at? You would look around and you'd be like, she didn't come.
Yeah, I think you'd somehow managed to disappear.
Actually, that's 100%. I have the C answer then. I would never have gone to the wedding in the first place.
You had a tummy ache. You couldn't make it or something.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right. Yeah, good answer.
Well, Nikki, it's good to catch up with you and get to include you on this stuff. I guess we have a good podcast coming up today. This is the last of Nikki for today, but we have some good stuff.
We got some good stuff coming for y'all.
And we'll be hearing from Nikki again in the future. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
It's always a big surprise.
Come in and say hi, everybody. And bye, everybody.
It is the Riot.
See you guys.
Disinformation, mispronunciations, bad impressions. That's Hudson. This is the Riot on RadioU.
Now, I know yesterday you were real jazzed about something. I could tell that you were just really hyped up because yesterday was the Secret Invasion finale on Disney Plus.
Real exciting stuff for the Marvel fans out there.
Yeah. So
if you've been following along with Secret Invasion, I know there's a lot of Marvel stuff going on.
It's hard to keep track of it all.
Yeah, so people don't know that there's good stuff going on right now, and we haven't really talked about it. But Secret Invasion slowly becoming a top 2 Marvel series for me.
The top 2. Did you finish it yesterday? Did you watch?
I have not finished yet.
Oh, okay.
I really wanted to. Yesterday, I wanted to do it last night, but my roommate's not quite ready to take on the final episode. So now we're up to the finale. And so I'm thinking maybe finale tonight. Possibly finale tonight. But if you haven't, it's really easy to binge watch too. Each episode's probably like 45 minutes to an hour. And there's only 6 of them. And in those 6 episodes, so it's about 6 hours,
yeah.
right? In those 6 episodes, it completely changes your thoughts on the entire Marvel universe.
Well,
the whole thing.
Some might say that's a bad thing.
I know. It could be.
It might be.
It might make you feel bad about some people.
Marvel.
Some people that you previously liked, you may no longer like. Actually, you will no longer like. I can guarantee it.
Because they're now villains.
Because they're now bad.
That's tough.
They are main characters in the entire series. Well, important.
I need to catch up. I'm 2 episodes in. I watched the first episode with my wife and then got the go ahead to continue on my own, to forge my own path, to make my own kind of music. And that leads me to my question, because you're trying to watch it with your roommate now. TV cheating? You ever done it?
I'm not big into it.
You don't do the TV cheating?
I don't usually do it. I'm really good about not doing it. But I think I need to start doing it for the show.
Right. I mean, actually, I thought you kind of were TV cheating with this show.
Well, he was on vacation, so
yeah,
that doesn't
what are you
count.
supposed to do?
I started it without him.
So why not finish it without him?
Because now he's caught up.
Go behind his back. He'll never know.
See, I think
you can watch it again with him later on. Yeah.
I'm going to have to start doing that because I think for the show, it's just better if I've seen everything the day of.
Yeah, you don't want it spoiled for you. You don't want, I mean, you're just so excited.
And I need to be able to talk about it on
How
here.
can you possibly resist the temptation?
I know, it is so tempting.
Right
and
now.
I'm home all the time by myself because I work these weird hours.
Exactly.
And so in the afternoons, I'm wide open.
It's weird that you're not cheating.
I know, you would.
TV cheating. You should, I'm telling you should do it. For me, it's always, I will say this, it's always worked out with my wife. If I've ever had.
Have you cheated or no?
Yeah, with TV. If there's ever a show that like, I'm like, I can get away with watching this. It almost always has wound up being something that she will never, ever catch up on anyways. And so I made the right choice to just go ahead. And it's like something I care about. She obviously not as invested. And so I'm an advocate of the TV cheating. I will say that.
Perfect.
That's the one cheating I can get behind.
So that's another thing.
That's
TV cheating. We're finishing series no matter what.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot. RadioU.
Here I have a woman. Her name is Brocard. She goes by. She's a singer.
What's her name again?
Brocard.
Brocard.
Ever heard of her?
Like Brocard?
Brocard. Like brocade, like the pattern.
Oh, Brocard.
Yeah.
Got it.
Brocard. And so she's 40 years old. She's, sounds like she's getting a divorce, unfortunately.
That's sad.
She's getting a divorce from her ghost husband.
Oh, so her husband that had previously passed away?
Previously, before she was ever born.
Oh, before they met?
Yeah, he's a Victorian era soldier.
Hats off to that guy.
She fell in love with him. They got married. Let's see. She first met him in 2021. Him in 2021 on a stormy night, where he started.
That makes sense.
He burst into her bedroom and immediately professed his love for her. That's how they met.
And this is a ghost she's talking about.
Victorian era soldier ghost. Yes. In 2021.
How romantic.
Uh-huh. And obviously, how do you say no to that? And so their relationship grew increasingly strong, according to her. We haven't heard the ghost side of the story yet. But, it got things went along so well that eventually they decided that they needed to get married. And that's when the problem started, because even at trying to pick out a wedding date seemed to be a struggle where this woman and her Victoria era soldier ghost boyfriend couldn't agree on a date to get married. Then they did eventually pick out a wedding date. She was calling him a groomzilla. Then he would get upset that she was in the news talking about their relationship publicly.
Makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, why
he doesn't want all that attention.
Why is she airing out all of his dirty business? And so that became a point of contention to them. And then she says that when they went on the honeymoon, her and her Victorian era soldier ghost husband went on their honeymoon to Wales, that he started getting drunk.
It took you so long to get that out. That was wild.
I don't know why I struggled to say.
That was wild.
Can we cut and start over?
Jeez, okay.
He was getting drunk on their honeymoon in Wales, the country of Wales. And so things are really getting out of hand there. She says he got possessive from then on. And here we are today. And she's announced that they're getting a divorce with the release of her new single.
Oh, cool. Oh, that's good timing.
Yeah. It worked out well, didn't it?
I would say that they had a divorce.
Uh-huh.
And then she releases her newest single.
It's convenient how that coincided.
See, I just wonder, where people get ideas like this to promote themselves. It's incredible. You think that if I married a ghost, that I could become more famous? That's what I'm starting to think.
Marginally. Very marginally.
It may be the only way at this point. Because this right here, for this woman, Brocardi, I'm sure her song is popping off. Whatever it is.
It's definitely got more streams than it would if she didn't claim to have married a Victorian era soldier ghost.
And the wild part is, it kind of seems like she's serious. That's the weirdest part.
She's a good actor.
Apparently so.
A good actress.
I guess so. It seems a little odd to me.
I'm just concerned for you that you've already developed a reputation of being untrustworthy. So if you start making wild claims like this, nobody would take it seriously.
No, but for her, obviously this was real.
We all had a lot of faith and trust built up in Brocardi ahead of time.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself.
You're listening to The Riot on RadioU.
60% of Americans with kids say that they use their phone more than their kids do. Adults with parents, 60% say they're on their phone more than their kids.
Awful hypocritical, if you ask me.
You think so?
Yeah.
In what way?
Because
Unpack
usually parents are the ones saying, get off your phone. You're on your phone so much.
Not at the dinner table, they say.
What have you been doing today? You been on your phone all day?
Uh-huh.
Get off the iPad. Go outside. Go do something.
Mm-hmm.
While simultaneously scrolling themselves.
Well, here's something you have to remember about parents. They have jobs. And so, as an adult, one, you can do whatever you want. First of all, that's something parents can say to their kid. I can do whatever I want. I'm a grown-up. And but secondly, sometimes you have to use your phone for your job. And so I think that
no, you don't.
That's a reasonable explanation. You do have to use a lot of jobs.
How many times have you went home and used your phone for your job?
All the time.
Never. I've never done it.
Does posting on TikTok count as a job?
No.
Count as part of my job?
No. I would say if you're working outside of your 9 to 5 on your phone, because I understand at work or whatever, if you're texting or taking calls, but if it's past 5 p.m. and you're doing something for work,
then
that doesn't count.
It doesn't count even if you're checking and scrolling through emails or something like that?
No, I don't know what you're doing that for. Your boss isn't going to pay you any more because you're taking time at home to do more work.
What about this, though? that maybe we're training. This is really going kind of in a different direction. But you're telling people right now, leave work at work, right? You come home.
Oh, here we go.
Once you get home, you need to focus on what's important.
Your family.
Your family. But what do we teach kids? You get home from school, what do? Homework.
Yeah, it's different.
Why?
Because that's how school works versus work.
Why?
The best thing about being an adult, this is the best thing about being an adult, is when I get off work, I can do whatever the heck I want. I don't have anything to do.
But we're training children to grow up and not know when to leave work behind.
Yeah, but that's how homework works. They can't get all the work done.
Yeah, but you know who's in charge of homework? Adults. So why don't we change it? We can change it.
This is a completely different thing we're talking about.
It is a completely different thing.
You want to get rid of homework? Is that what we're talking about?
I'd love to get rid of homework.
I thought we started with 6 and 10 parents admit they spend more time with their phone than their kids do.
Yeah.
You want to get rid of homework.
And I'm blaming homework for that.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yes.
So people shouldn't write papers anymore? Papers are out because you can't do that at school.
Write them at school.
What do you mean? You've never been to school. You don't even know how school works. You can't do it in school. What are you talking about? You're learning in school. They're teaching you in school. And then you have to go home and you have to do it yourself. That's how it works, unfortunately.
I don't think that's training children very well. I think it's teaching them to constantly be having their mind on work, which is not what we want. That's not healthy.
And it's not like they have homework every night anyway.
It's literally in the name, work.
Homework.
Yeah.
So you're saying no homework.
You're taking work home with you. When you're an adult doing that, that's exactly what you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, but if your boss gave you work to do at home, you know what you do? You'd do it.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Big opportunity for the most diehard Subway fans is coming up from August 1st through August 4th, 2023. You could go to subwaynamechange.com. You know where this is going?
I'm not sure.
If you commit to legally changing your name to Subway, you could win free subs for life.
They're giving me a chance.
They're giving you a chance. You don't. I think
it's not a guaranteed win.
No, it's not a guaranteed win, but you don't have to change your name until you're chosen as the winner. So, what you would do, you sign up and say, "Yeah, I'll do it. If you pick me, I will do it. I will change my name to Subway Johansson, and then or whatever your last name is, and then if you win." You have to change your name to Subway, which, what do you think? Would that be a cool name to have?
Subway?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Subway Johansson actually kind of sounds a little bit cool.
But I think at the same time, you don't even have to go by it.
No, you don't.
You could just
People
say,
have known you by something else your entire life, most likely.
Like, no one's going to know it's your real name anyway.
Yeah.
How you like me now?
Unless when you get pulled over by like the police or something, though.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. What other when you like fly on a plane? All right, which one of you is Subway?
Yeah, but when you get on a plane, nobody's asking, hey, "Where's Isaiah?"
Yeah,
that's never happened to me.
Subway? Is there a Subway here?
Yeah, they're checking the plane to see if you're there.
At the same time, it could be. Think about how it could be a cool name. Like I'm thinking of like a baseball reliever. Like, they're bringing Subway in. Subway Johansson. He throws a mean splitter. I
don't think Subway's a cool name.
The fork ball.
No matter how many times you say Subway Johansson, not a cool name.
I haven't won you over, huh? Well, if you are the winner of this, then you change your name to Subway and then free subs for life.
I think that's for sure worth it.
Yeah. You're probably right. You could. How much does it cost to change your name in the United States?
I mean, less than you'll make on just doing subs for life.
Yeah, free lunch.
Free lunch forever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm for sure taking the name Subway for that.
All right, now, admitting that you would have to be known by the name of the restaurant if you had to change your name to any restaurant and you would get free that restaurant for life, what would you do? Which restaurant are you picking?
I don't know. Wendy's?
You would be Wendy?
I would just go by Wendy.
Wendy, and you like Wendy's that much?
Or how about this one? I'll go by Carl.
And then you call
me Carl's Jr. I guess I could be Carl Jr.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
Yeah, that's a standard name.
I was thinking, I have an easy answer on this. For me, it's Popeyes.
Oh, you're going to go by Popeyes?
Popeye is an awesome name.
Popeye.
And I love Popeyes. So if you were to call me Popeye for the rest of my life and I was eating all the chicken I could handle, sign me up.
Oh, I now I know. I'm going to go by Donald.
McDonald.
Mick.
McDonald.
I'm going to go by Mick. Donald.
You can't do that.
I can split it up if I want to. You can tell me whatever I want. I'm Mick. McDonald.
Mickey.
No, I'm not doing Mickey.
I think you'd make a good Mickey.
I'm doing Mick.
The only thing Isaiah loves more than the riot is himself.
Someone who probably still lives with his mother and hates himself.
You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
It's possibly normally my favorite time of the week, Choice Champions time. This is where Isaiah and I, snake draft style, choose teams of stuff on one certain topic, and then you decide which of our teams is more apt, more fitting, better. Now, normally this is my favorite time of the week, but today I have no enthusiasm for this whatsoever because Isaiah chose the topic. The topic is worst fan bases. And so I'm going to play along, but it brings me no pleasure. These are thoughts I'd just as well keep to myself if I could.
I like it.
I don't want to.
I'm not afraid to offend. If you're a part of a fan base that I say, I'm sorry. What do you mean to say? I'm sure I'm a part of a fan base you guys don't like.
Oh, yeah. I can tell you about 3.
Yeah, exactly. So it's no big deal. It's nothing I really hold against you, but at the same time, if you're annoying, I'll just say so.
Yeah.
And it's not that it's just you. It's just the whole group of people you're with. There's always good ones in every fan base. I
think it's an appropriate disclaimer is that every single person that's a fan of whatever things that we're about to name doesn't mean they're all included, but it means that a portion of the fan base is just out of control.
So out of control.
Yeah. All right. You have the first pick. Go ahead.
So this one I hold close to my heart because I've got a couple that I really want to give, but I don't know which ones to choose yet.
Yeah.
But this one I know I'm going to pick, and I want to pick this one because it's been in my life for so long, and it's irked me for pretty much my entire sports loving career. And this is my only sports one.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it at number 1, and that is SEC football fans.
That's SEC all together.
Number one. I'm an Ohio State fan. What could annoy me more than SEC football fans constantly saying every year, is there a year they don't say, we're the best conference, I don't want to hear it. I'm over it.
Well, as far as in my life, I remember that as well, but it's also typically true, so you can't really take that away from them. All right.
Annoyances that we're doing annoying, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Like, Ohio State's the best every year. You think we're annoying too?
Do you want me to pick them? You want me to pick Ohio State?
I'm just saying. You can be annoying and be right.
I guess that's definitely true. All right. I will, with the number 2 pick, I'm going to go with soccer fans.
Soccer fans?
And let me tell you why.
Jeez, that's a whole portion of the world.
Yeah, but here's what I don't like about
You might have just gotten rid of the most people.
Particularly American soccer fans, because they're so... well, basically, I sum it up as this. I don't like a fan base that tries to make you feel bad that you're not aren't as big of a fan of their thing. Like, well, you like soccer, or you don't like soccer? That's the best sport. Like, they're just constantly, why don't you guys talk about soccer? Talk about the Women's World Cup. We don't have to. There's other, stop trying to make us feel. We can like sports and not like soccer. I watch it from time to time. I'm not a big fan. Stop trying to make me feel bad for it.
Okay.
And yet again, a reminder that I didn't want to do this topic, but I also, my number 2 pick is anime. See soccer. Same
Anime.
Thing. Yeah. Anime. You don't like anime?
This is the whole world.
You just don't get it. You don't get anime. You got to try and watch it again. Watch Miyazaki or whatever. No, I don't want to watch it. I watched some anime. Don't like it. Not my thing. Stop trying to make me feel bad about it.
Got it. Okay, so you got anime?
Uh-huh.
And you've got soccer fans.
Yeah.
I've got SEC football fans.
Uh-huh.
And now I've got fans of the Kardashians. That's my next one.
Okay.
I think if you're doing reality TV, I think for me, I don't get the people that are fans of the Kardashians. That's like their thing. Like, if that's like a top 3 personality trait for you, if that's your thing, for me, that's a no-go.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't even know that many people, though. Like, that's...
They had a whole TV show.
I know they have a TV show, but I don't think they have, like...
I guess we hang out with different people.
Stands or whatever. The people that are that obsessed.
I know a lot of people that's like their whole thing. They talk about it nonstop, and that's how it's been for years. So it's probably
That's tough.
It's like it's a SC football thing for me. It's just different. It's my life. It's a different life that I've lived. Obviously, as an OSU fan, yet again, it's going to bother me more if you're surrounded by Kardashian fans all the time. I just don't get it. It's not a thing of mine. And the next one's the same thing. The Swifties. 3 years ago, did they bother me? No. This year, they did. That's my next one.
You're getting mad at me. You think I'm upsetting people? You just upsetted the fan base that's keeping our economy strong right now.
Exactly.
What do you think you're doing?
Exactly.
My last pick, and there was several I had considered for this for all the same reason, but I'm going to choose Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Also up for consideration was like Star Wars, Star Trek. I don't like a fan base that is constantly mad at the thing they're a fan of. Like, do you actually like it? If you don't like it, if you're so upset by it, then stop being a fan. Like, focus on something else.
Kind of like Marvel
Find something
fans.
you actually do enjoy.
Is Marvel fans part of that too?
Are they really upset about it?
They say it sucks every other day right now.
I think people want Marvel to suck. I think it doesn't typically. All right. To quick recap the worst fan base. And why do we do this? You picked. Go through your picks again.
SEC football, the Kardashians, and the Swifties.
I chose soccer fans, anime fans, and Harry Potter fans. Which one of us? Go ahead. 8772 Radio U.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, Radio U.
It's Choice Champions Thursday on the Riot. 8772 Radio U. Text in your vote for, I don't even know who chose the selection of worst fan bases. We went through and drafted. Once again, this was all Isaiah's idea. So if you're upset at the thoughts we're expressing, blame him. Isaiah, which team did you pick?
I took SEC football fans. I took the Kardashians, and I took the Swifties.
And I took soccer fans and anime fans simply for making me feel bad. It's not that I do feel bad, but trying to make me feel bad, stupid, or whatever for not being a fan of those things. And then the third pick for me was Harry Potter fans, which fall under the category of it's not a good look for you to be a fan base that hates the thing you're a fan of so frequently. And so the votes are coming in. It looks like a fairly even split, I would say, because Philip instantly, he didn't even wait for us to finish and voted for me. So I don't know if it was early on. I don't know if he hates soccer or anime or loves the SEC. I'm not really
one
clear.
of them.
Bryn said, picking a fight, I see. Isaiah wins.
I like it.
I
like it.
He really hates the fan bases you've chosen. Susanna, I would have said Kardashians. Andrew Tate. We're getting political. I intentionally left politics out of it. I also want to point that out. With Disney as an honorable mention, Susanna just saying the Disney fan base generally is no good. But she's with me. Soccer and anime fans are no good. And
I like it.
And then I see Tim voting for Isaiah solely because of the Swifties.
I knew the Swifties, they're current.
I know people hate
with them right now.
If we are picking fan bases that people outside of the fan base hate generally, you know what I mean? Which would be a different draft.
Yeah.
Swifties would probably win, but I don't get it because Swifties, I think they're really dedicated.
Right now they're too much. She's like the best artist ever. It's crazy.
But they love her.
Yeah, I get that they love her. But you also have to be realistic.
Yeah,
I'm a fan of a lot of artists, but I don't think they're the best ever.
Yeah, but think about this though. Let's put it in if you're a Swiftie, think about if you're a Swiftie and you're not a football fan.
Yeah.
And so for you constantly every year you're acting like Ohio State's the best. Swifties do it like every time there's a tour, like once every 3 years or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't talk about it year round.
Kind of you do.
It's just the fall,
a little bit.
It's just the fall. I'm not doing a 3-year thing.
We get like a 3-month break.
Yeah, and also, Ohio State is arguably one of the best teams.
Taylor Swift
is not arguably one of the best artists.
She's
not in the top 5.
Keeping our economy afloat. She's sold more. She's had more number one albums than any woman ever.
She's not even a top 5 artist ever, and I will stand on that forever. If you think she is, that's fine. You're delusional.
Doesn't sound like it's fine.
You're delusional. It's wild.
I didn't want to do
Not
this.
even a top 5 female artist of all time. How do you like me now? You want me to do that? I'll do that.
I didn't want to do. No, didn't want you to do any of this. I didn't want all these people to get upset with us.
It's okay.
You're angry.
Do you have any honorable mentions you want to go over?
I said Star Wars is an honorable mention because it's very similar to Harry Potter. Also, I pulled punches, but I'll just say this now. I didn't want to upset people too much, but Ohio State. No other fan base feels so slighted when they so often get the benefit of the doubt.
We obviously know my stance here.
Yeah.
Ohio State. I'll back up all of our OSU fans. I would have picked, if I was going to pick just a sole one, I would have done Notre Dame.
Notre Dame I actually thought about that too.
The whole independent thing. I don't know. I mean, yet again, I'm an Ohio State fan.
Come off at Notre Dame.
But my other ones, my honorable mentions, I had anyone who's a big fan of a diet.
Okay.
Like if you're like the veteran. I mean, again, we know what I'm saying here.
Yeah. Well, no, we all get that one.
I don't even know what the other ones are. There's so many of them I can't keep up.
Yeah.
That one, and then the other one that I had, this was a good one too.
Go for it.
Is if you're an OnlyFans fan, I just think you're creepy. There's nothing more I can say.
That should have been a top pick.
If you're an OnlyFans man, what can I say? I just think you're creepy.
And like vocal about it.
If you're out and about your OnlyFans subscriptions, you need to yet again reevaluate your day-to-day.
That's fair. That's fair. We can alienate the OnlyFans fans. All right. Choice champions. I take no pleasure in this, but I won this ridiculous segment.
Add a little riot to your Instagram feed. Follow @RadioU Official. The Riot. Radio U.
Is there ever an excuse to not wash your hands after you go to the bathroom?
Like you're saying you should?
Yeah, you should wash your hands. I'm asking is there ever an excuse to not clean up afterwards? I
don't think you have to. I'll be the one to say it.
You're just gonna say it?
Yeah, I'll be the one to say it. I don't think you have to.
What is when are you off the hook for washing your hands?
My thing is always when you don't feel like it.
That's pretty broad.
I know.
So when do you feel like it?
If I ever if there's a soap that tempts me.
Okay.
That all of a sudden I look over and I'm like, what does that smell like? That's
the only thing that gets you.
I think that we all know the majority of the time. Maybe in the women's restroom it's different. But if you're at anywhere, men's restroom, a lot of times you guys are walking straight out.
Speak for yourself. I don't think. I mean, it's definitely true because the reason I bring it up is a recent survey of 1,500 people found that 26% of them do not wash their hands at music festivals.
26%?
Yeah.
Say they don't?
Yeah. Over 20%.
Way low.
Over a quarter of people, about a quarter of people don't wash their hands at music festivals. Doesn't bother you?
It's probably over. I bet it's over 90%.
That can't be true.
When are you washing your hands in the porta potty? You're washing your hands.
They all have the little hand sanitizer in them, and that counts. And that
counts.
That definitely counts.
Okay, then I still think it's probably, if we're counting that hand sanitizer, it's over 50%. Are not washing their hands.
Well, that's ridiculous. Why would you not? There's a hand sanitizer right there.
Just saying they don't.
It's so easy. Why? Yeah, but
I'm just being real with you.
What's the excuse?
Because they don't feel like it, Hudson. I'm just being real with you. I'm telling you. I'm spitting it straight.
Well, I don't feel like getting sick. I don't feel like catching.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just telling you the truth.
It was right.
I don't think it matters. I'm being frank.
You said you don't have to if you don't feel like it.
You don't have to.
And they don't feel like it.
Make your own decisions.
You gotta hand sanitize. It's not that hard.
You want to know why you don't? It's because I feel more sick than others, and I don't really wash my hands that often. I'll be real about it.
You've been complaining about being sick for days.
Yeah, these past couple of days.
Probably because you're not washing your hands.
The first time all year I've been sick, so did it really matter if you've washed your hands every day and I haven't washed mine at all? Clearly it doesn't matter.
Eventually it's going to come back to bite you.
Yeah, we'll see.
Find more Riot content online. Riot.radiou.com.
The question is, girl dinner being so popular, so viral on TikTok right now, what is boy dinner then? Girl dinner, I found some better explanations to kind of, even though it seems that part of the idea of girl dinner is that it's just become so wide ranging. It can mean so many different things, but really it involves little to no cooking and snacks that can be arranged into an aesthetically pleasing manner, typically on like maybe a charcuterie board or something like that. And that's girl dinner. It's kind of like the idea of you're a girl, you're probably single, you're eating at home, you don't care. So what's the guy equivalent? What is boy dinner?
It's not on a charcuterie board.
It's definitely not on a charcuterie board. Some of the text coming in. Philip says meat with extra meat and a side of meat.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds like that sounds like guy dinner. Brian says so much pizza.
True.
I think the theme I get for guy dinner is it would be something probably frozen. 9 times out of 10,
sure,
right?
Frozen.
Usually frozen and often microwavable.
Almost every time. I don't think anything that I don't know what you could say that isn't one of those two that would fit, you know?
So you are a single guy. What is guy dinner? What is boy dinner?
Mac and cheese.
That's another one I thought of.
That's an easy money one.
It's got to be like a lot of mac and cheese though.
I think it's the single serving.
You like the little cup?
Yeah. It's the easy mac. You think I made easy mac yesterday.
See, for me, when I was single in my guy dinner days, it would be like 3 boxes of Kraft mac and cheese.
Oh, I wouldn't.
But it wouldn't be Kraft. It would be store brand.
See, I don't make that because I don't want to have to clean out the bowl.
Yeah. Or you just give it to the dog.
That's not how it works in my house.
What else do you got?
I said chicken tenders before, Hot Pockets, pizza rolls, bagel bites.
Mm-hmm. You're missing the top one for me.
Peanut butter and jelly.
The top one, peanut butter and jelly for sure. What about microwave burrito?
Ooh, for me, I'm not a big microwave burrito guy, but I'm sure there are guys that like that.
If you see a guy, like just picture this, a guy standing at the self-checkout, he's got a microwave burrito, he's probably got some kind of like 40 of alcohol as well. Like that's guy dinner.
Ew. It sounds gross.
It doesn't sound good, but that is that sounds like guy dinner to me. I'm trying to think of another one. Frozen fish sticks.
Oh, I love frozen fillets.
Yeah. Imagine a woman eating that though. I don't think I can do it. A woman getting Vanderkamp's Gorton's for herself. I don't think that happens. I think that's a guy dinner thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
This might be another layer of guy dinner where you're preparing something not in the way that the instructions tell you to. For example, getting fish sticks and microwaving them, even though it says not intended for microwave or whatever. That's guy dinner.
Ew.
Obviously, ramen noodles could go under that. Yeah, that's guy dinner. I left those days behind me. I think you should as well.
Me? Why would I do that? I don't do it like you guys do. I'm not gross like that. But
you just don't have a night where you just don't care.
No, I mean, I for the most part, I'd say I'm a pretty good cook, actually.
Yeah.
I make a lot of easy stuff, but I don't make microwave burritos.
We're not sure who behaves worse, the Riot or their dogs.
I don't even know how to behave like a real human being.
The Riot, RadioU.
This is a big honor. This is a big event for the show because we've never had, I don't think in the history, I know Isaiah and I consider ourselves relationship experts.
You stole my line. I was going to say, we have one on every day. Goodness, go on.
But we have one with actual qualifications. This is our first time getting to talk to Sheena Hansel on the show. Sheena, explain to us what actually makes you a real relationship expert.
So I actually have my master's degree in social work with a bachelor's in psychology, and I have been a relationship coach for the past 3 years. I just got my certification in holistic wellness, and I am currently the owner and holistic relationship coach of Phoenix Rising Wellness Coaching. And I help single men and women discover their happily ever after by getting them into relationship readiness shape. Most people tell me if they met their soulmate today, that they wouldn't be prepared to create a healthy and lasting relationship. So what I do is help people create a lifestyle and mindset that gets them relationship ready and prepare for their very own happily ever after.
I love it.
Beautiful.
So put together. Sounds so good. When we say like, I'm a relationship expert, that just means that I think that I give good advice when you actually are certified to give good advice.
Exactly. So, yeah, I have a lot of clients that come to me with all kinds of things like, how do I get my ex back, or how do I get into a relationship, or how do I make my relationship better? And, yeah, I have all kinds of tools and strategies that help them do exactly that.
All right. Well, Sheena, I don't want to put a lot of pressure on you here, but today you're not only giving advice, I feel, to those listening who might need some help, but you're also coaching Tom Brady and Bradley Cooper and the gal that now Tom Brady is dating, which is Bradley Cooper's ex, Arena Shayk. because they've all been making headlines lately, and I think that we have a lot to learn from what they are dealing with.
I definitely agree. That is a interesting situation. Celebrities and, everybody, that's the fun part. We all have relationships, and relationships are challenging for all of us.
Even Tom Brady. So that leads to
Tom Brady, the GOAT.
The first question is, Tom Brady, what did he go through his divorce? Like, it's been a little over a year now, right?
Yeah, when it happened like last fall or so.
Yeah, and so the age-old question, Sheena, is how quick is too quick to start dating again?
So that is a great question, and there's actually no specific timeline. It depends on each person's emotional readiness. So the most important part is that we heal first, because anything that, we don't process or take the time to think about and learn from, we're going to carry over into that next relationship, which means, it's not likely that's going to go well if we don't do that healing. So it's really important to take some time to explore the lessons learned from that relationship and, figure out what do I want to do differently so those same patterns don't kind of come up. So it's important to spend some time dating yourself and getting to know yourself after a relationship, because, when we're in a relationship, we kind of become a part of a partnership, and we have to learn how to kind of move solo again. So I think it's more about, are we trying to cover up any pain or loneliness by jumping into a new relationship, or are we ready to start, again, fresh? So that depends on each individual person and the relationship. So, some people are ready within, a couple of weeks to a month because that relationship was ending for a long time. They've already processed that, while others are completely shocked and, are going to need more time.
Yeah, if you're the blindsidee versus the blindsider, it's going to be different probably.
Well, I wonder too. So Bradley Cooper, his ex is Arena Shayk, who is now, and they had a kid together and everything.
Right.
She is now the one dating Tom Brady, but the reports are coming out that Bradley Cooper is real bothered by seeing them, I guess, together. And so that leads to the next question. Maybe Bradley Cooper didn't spend enough time dating himself. Like, what do you do when you're someone who's having your ex and you have to see them with somebody else and maybe they're happy and it's kind of unavoidable? How do you handle that?
That is definitely something I hear a lot. It's really challenging. Even if, you chose to end that relationship, it's still weird to see, who was your partner with somebody else. It's not what we're used to seeing. So first of all, it's completely normal to feel upset, uncomfortable, unsure how to feel, even if you were the person that, decided to end that relationship. But it's especially hard if, you didn't want that relationship to end or there's still feelings there. So it's really important to give yourself time and space to feel and process these emotions and figure out, where is this coming from? Is it because, I still want to be with that person, or this is just not something I expected to see and I'm surprised? So it's going to be helpful in that situation to identify triggers, and social media is huge, right? So we all post on social media, and especially, about relationships. And in their case, they're celebrities. So whether they're posting or not, we're going to see it. So knowing what those triggers are going to help you kind of navigate how to deal with this. So in that situation, if social media is the issue, it's okay to remove that person permanently or temporarily from social media and avoid the places that you may see them for a period of time to make sure you're not, having emotional reactions that are going to make that situation worse and probably make you feel worse. So it's going to be important to figure out, how do I navigate this situation by identifying those triggers and then making some changes in your lifestyle until, you get to a place of acceptance. And that usually is by, talking through that with family, friends, a professional, somebody that can help you process that.
I don't know if you know this, Sheena, but it sounds like the relationship, some of the advice you're giving flies directly in the face of what Isaiah said here on the show before.
I never said that.
You said you don't need to. You said you don't need to unfollow your ex.
I said you don't have to, but if you're struggling, maybe you might have to. For me, you never want to see your ex with some schmuck after you guys broke up. That's usually the big thing. You see you're on there posting with somebody, and no matter what, you never think they're as good as you could possibly be. At least that's how it's been for me. But Sheena, this is the other question that I've had for Tom as of late in specific, because he's had many options since him and Giselle ended. which he's like the best bachelor right now possible. So how do you navigate having multiple people interested in you at once? Because right now, Arena, Kim K, Emily Ratajkowski, the rumors are swirling for Tom Brady right now. How can you possibly have so many options and be able to juggle all those in a respectful way?
Yes. So I think it would be extremely challenging to be Tom Brady. He's only the greatest football player ever, my opinion. But yeah, that would be really, really challenging in that situation, specifically for him. But even for somebody that, isn't the great Tom Brady, it's okay to, have many options. You're single, you're free, you're trying to figure out who you are and, what it is that you want now that you're in the space of being single again. And for some people, how they figure that out is spending time with other people, and that helps them decide, like, what are my goals? What are my desires? What is it that I like? Because we have to rediscover ourselves after a relationship, regardless of how long it is, but especially if it was a long-term relationship. So in that situation, how to be respectful, I think the best thing that you can do is just be open and honest about your intentions. So, if you're not in a place where you're looking to, date somebody long-term and you're just, trying to have some fun or get to know some people or, rediscover yourself, just letting the other people in your life know, like, hey, this is where I'm at. This is what my intentions are. I'm just spending time with you to see, how this goes, but there's no expectations right now, and that's perfectly okay. And if that person is not okay with that, then, that's your answer right there, that's probably not a good person to be spending time with in this, space and time that you're in of being single and trying to rediscover what it is that you want and yourself. So I think open honesty is always the key. And, again, it may lead to some people not, remaining in your life, but I think ultimately that's going to be the best decision. So that way, you're staying true to yourself and your intentions.
That's
makes
a word
sense to
right
me.
there. Yep.
It makes sense to me. Open, honest communication. Let them know, people are interested in me. I can't help that. What do you want from me?
Well, Sheena, thanks so much. I feel like we've learned a lot. We're getting healthier already. So
I love to hear it.
You won't hear a show like this anywhere else. And that's probably for the best. The Worst of the Riot. RadioU.
Isaiah, you think this is fair or foul? Got a person here. This took place in Australia. They have ski resorts in Australia. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Didn't know what the climate. You picture Australia, to me, you picture a big, kind of arid type of region. But I guess they have mountains too.
They've got ski resorts everywhere. there could be indoor ones
maybe,
too.
Maybe so. Somebody lost their phone at a ski resort. It was left unattended. And so some good Samaritan spots this phone, picks it up. They turn it in to the authority, not the authorities, but the lost and found, whatever, customer service, whatever at the ski resort. But to try to get the word out to let this person know, hey, found your phone, and I turned it into the ski resort for them to keep for you. They took a picture of the front and the back of the phone, but then still, you take a picture of the front and the back with it out turned on, it could just be anybody's phone, right?
Yeah.
So they have the lock screen up so you can see the person's wallpaper. And the wallpaper is a list of 8 goals that this person has.
Not good goals, bad goals.
Wait till you hear them. This first one, for some of this, you have to keep in mind it's Australia. But first goal, get jacked and be 87 kilograms. That's about 190 pounds. Goal number 1.
Goal number 1, get jacked.
Get jacked.
I like where this guy's head's at already.
All right. Once you get through that, goal 2, quit all nicotine.
This is an order of how he's going to do it?
I don't know. Maybe. Number 3, have $25,000 in bank accounts.
Time to save up. Let's get it rolling here.
Get started. Number 4, have motorbike.
Oh, boy. Think about it this way, though. If you're 190 pounds, jacked, you have $25,000 in your bank account, and you have a motorbike, realistically, who's stopping you?
And you don't smoke?
Who's stopping you?
Yeah, right. What's holding you back at that point? But he's got 4 more goals. This is my favorite. Number 5, get better at fighting.
For what reason?
Yeah.
Who are you fighting? Like, when did maybe he just recently got his butt kicked? I'm thinking
that's what I was thinking too. That's
get
the only
better
excuse.
at fighting.
Yeah.
There's no plan for that, I guess. We'll just figure it out along the way.
Number 6 is give you a clue. How old would you guess this guy is at this point?
He's got to be mid-20s.
Mid-20s?
Yeah.
Number 6 is get good marks at university.
Oh, so he's in college.
He's in college.
Nice.
And he's not getting good marks at this point.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so
it sounds like.
He's in college. Got it.
This is another great one. Number 7. Goal number 7. Have 3 girls on roster.
Okay.
Come on. 3 girls on roster.
3?
And
also 3?
Yeah, it's got to hit 3. The minimum. And number 8, his final goal. Don't get haircut for 3 months.
How is that a goal? You can just decide.
That feels very attainable.
That feels like if you just don't get your haircut, I mean, that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy's priorities, they're wild.
If he made that goal number 1, then he would feel some kind of accomplishment after just 3 months.
It must be, maybe it's like in order of like what's like hardest to easy.
So 3 girls on roster, second easiest.
One of the easiest ones for
goals.
him. I mean, clearly, once he gets that motorbike, $25,000 jacked and 191 pounds, he's a better fighter, and he has all A's. He'll have way more than 3 girls on his roster.
Of course. This guy, whoever claims this phone, it's really his.
It's wild that he has this as his lock screen. Because people can see this. Like, it's not like
if you just leave your phone sitting out and you get a text.
It's right there.
Everyone can see this.
It's right there. You should hide this. This should be hidden. It should be in your hidden folder. It should not be for everyone to see.
In your notes app with a password lock.
Oh, my gosh.
Sheesh.
And you know what? He's got goals. Yeah. What do you want from him?
Good luck to... Yeah, that's right. That's more than many of us have.
You just wait until he finishes all 8 of these.
Yeah.
He'll be the president or something.
Then who's going to be laughing?
No one's going to be able to stop that.
You just heard the worst of the worst. We'd give you the best of the best, but we'd have to find that. As soon as we do, you'll be the first to know.